Welcome to this lecture. In the last lecture, we have discussed how free radical reactions taking place in organic chemistry, organic reactions, and how the different types of products are formed, which involve the free radical mechanism. In this lecture, we will learn about one more reaction, which is based on again free radical reaction mechanism. Here, you can see this is the hexaphenyl ethane. The hexaphenyl ethane. This is the diazomethane. When these two compounds are subjected for uh, light, or when they are exposed to light, sunlight, they undergo free radical reactions and they form this product. How this product form, you should write proper way the mechanism. So in the first step, diazomethane undergo free radical changes. This bond, which is between carbon and nitrogen double bond, undergo homolytical cleavage, and there is a generation of free radical. That electron taken by nitrogen, and this negative charge, this negative charge on nitrogen restored here. So that's why the valency of this nitrogen is fulfilled, and the single electron which will be at this nitrogen, that single electron we can show here like this. That single electron can be shown like this. This is the single electron. This single electron. This single electron, and again further this bond undergo breakage, homolytical cleavage. So what will happen? This nitrogen would restore its one lone pair. One electron is already here, which comes from breakage of this bond, and another electron will be coming from breakage of this bond. This electron will be residing at nitrogen. This will be carbon. This will be at carbon. So we can write this is called as carbene. Very reactive species carbene. This is called as carbene. And this nitrogen gas will be evolved. Once this carbon is formed, once this carbon is formed, that carbene, that carbene react with the radical of this triphenyl methane radical, which is formed by the again homolytical cleavage, and these two radicals would combine with this carbene, and they will form the final product. This you can see this overlapped here. Let's see this. So this bond, this radical will form bond with this one radical electron. This will form bond with this one electron, and there is a formation of this structure. Okay, let us go for the next reaction. See, there are two reactions before you. The first one is the anthracene, and this radical is given, which is already generated by initiator. And if you follow the mechanism for this reaction, you will get three products. How three products will form? That is a very important question. So you have to show the first initiation, and remember, all reaction taking place at this carbon, these two carbon means they are very reactive carbon. So you have to show the mechanism of this reaction, and this also benzoquinone, how this, and now this hexaphenyl methane, hexaphenyl ethane. We have learned that this undergo into homolysis. How it will go homolysis? Like this. This radical Then we'll react with benzoquinone. What is benzoquinone? You should write benzoquinone. This is the benzoquinone double bond. So you should write like this. Okay, then that radical will interact with this carbon double bond oxygen and homolytic cleavage takes place. That will attach here and this will form. Similarly, another part will go to this side and that will form this one. Similarly, for this also, this radical will break this homolytically and attachment takes place here like this. Fine. And then this electron and again this one break, this electron will form a bond here and one more phenyl will come and attach here so you can get this compound. Fine. Yes. Next, how this will form? This will form by similar cleavages. How this will form? Once this is connected here, radical generated here. This also cleavage takes place, homolytic cleavage, bond form, and radical will be here. Two molecules, two radicals like this, they combine, they will form like this. Two molecules or two radicals, they will combine, they will form this one. How this will form? This will form very simple method, very simple. This bond, first of all, this bond will break and radical will connect and this radical, and this radical will take hydrogen from the solvent. We use such a solvent which provide the hydrogen in the weight. So these two mechanisms can be are very easy to write. So you should know how to show the mechanism for these two important reactions. Okay. So see one more reactions before you. There is a reactant which is reacted, which is being reacted with the benzoyl peroxide, which is the initiator in this reaction. Question is, this benzoyl peroxide would initiate the formation of free radical in this molecule, and two products are formed by rearrangement. And it's very easy. It's very easy to understand the mechanism. You see here how to write the mechanism, but whenever you have such questions in your exam, what to do then? You see, you focus this carbon, you focus this carbon. This is same carbon, you see, where cyanide and COAT group are there. This carbon. Then count the carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. At fourth carbon, you have this group. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth carbon, we go like this. We have this ethyl. It means that the radical generation will take place where at this carbon, tertiary carbon, and at this allylic carbon. So concept is clear. So first of all, this benzyl peroxide would generate radical here and radical here. Question remains always how? Why? Why the radical generation takes place at this carbon and at this carbon? The reason is very simple. Reason is very simple. Why? Because at this carbon only, in this total molecule, generation is possible at this carbon. The reason is this radical is highly stabilized by two groups, this cyanide group and this ester group. Therefore, it is generated here. At this carbon and this carbon, there is no possibility of stabilization of the radical. So while writing the mechanism, we should be very much well versed about the stability of free radical. And another radical which is generating here, the reason is why? Because this is the allylic carbon and we know allylic carbons are highly stable. Uh, if allylic carbocations are there, allylic free radicals are there, they are very much stable because of resonance of this pi bond. Remember this, right? So these two factors are the reasons that radicals formation takes place at this carbon and this carbon. And then simple cyclization will give this product. And how this will form? Once radical generated here at two places, so this bond undergo homolysis. And there is a formation of a radical here. Radical and radical, they will form bond. And this radical, this cyclization takes place and they will form a cycle of six-membered ring. If you follow the mechanism for this given reaction, you will you will know about how the you see you see here. First of all, this benzoyl peroxide undergo homolytic cleavage and it will form benzoyl benzoyl radical or benzoyl free radical. Okay. That benzoyl free radical, this benzoyl free radical, yes, that benzoyl free radical then further reacts. Okay, see, so how to proceed for this mechanism of this reaction? First of all, this benzoyl peroxide undergo homolytic cleavage and this will form this radical. That radical is two benzoyl radical will extract these two protons simultaneously and they will generate very stable biradical or diradical species that's given before you. This diradical species will be generated. This diradical species then undergo the bond formation and you will get this product cyclobutane. One more chance is that this double bond undergo homolytic cleavage and when this double bond undergo homolysis, there is a generation of radical here at this carbon, which form this bond. This radical at terminal carbon, this radical they undergo what the cyclization and they will form like this compound. But remember, which is major, which is minor? Major compound will be that one which is formed from the more stable free radicals. Remember the major product would be that one which is formed from the more stable free radical. So what is that? Six-membered ring or a four-membered ring? That is the four-membered ring. It is the ring which is formed from the more stable free radical. This is stable, this is stable. While this is in this case, this is less stable because it's the terminal and primary carbon. Here, while it is a though both are allylic, but here is secondary means which is supported by or stabilized by this CH2 group by hyperconjugation and double bond also by resonance. While in this case, this is a primary and which is stabilized by only this double bond resonance and while there is no hyperconjugation. So remember the reasons why these two products are formed and what is the process of their formation. Let us go for one more reaction. See, it is an interesting example before me. Cyclohexene is given and this is what the labeled carbon 14 is called as carbon 14. So many scientists studied such compounds to know the exact mechanism of NBS in this particular reaction. See, if you remind the concept or if you know the concept about NBS reaction, What is NBS? N-bromosuccinamide. What is the job of NBS? Its job is
Bromination.
bromination. Bromination, right? Its job is bromination. And with what position? At allelic position. So if you see, this is the allelic position, so this bromine, this product is okay. No, this product is okay. The allelic position, so this product is okay. No problem. But one more point, this product is also okay. This one, second one. If you reverse this, this will form this, no issue. But why, how will this will form? How this will form? That is a very important question. That is a very important question. How that will form? See, first of all, this peroxide, generally we use benzoyl peroxide that undergo this homolytic cleavage to initiate the reaction. This initiator will form. That initiator would react with NBS, and there is a removal of bromine with this and this succinimide. This succinimide reacts with this allylic hydrogen, and there is a generation of this particular radical, allylic radical of cyclohexene. This allylic radical undergo rearrangement like this, like this. See, breakage of this pi bond by homolysis, and and this will arrange like this. This will arrange like this, and then bromine will be delivered by NBF at the site here, and in this way, this bromine can be attached to this carbon. It can attach this carbon also, no problem. In both the cases, this product is same. Fine. Another chance is this one. Another chance is this one. Fine. And what is the how this will form? How this will form? It is very easy again. How, see, both are the allylic carbon, this and this. If we are, if we are, okay, fine. See, this ring, this cyclohexane ring has two allylic carbon. This allylic carbon, this allylic carbon. So if we are removing this hydrogen instead of this is also possible. No. So the radical will form here at this carbon. Radical will form at this carbon. How we can write? See, like this. This radical will form like this. Double bond will be like this. And here there will be what? The allylic carbon, or sorry, the carbon which is the uh, labeled carbon 14. Now this radical which is formed at this carbon, this will follow the same idea. This, instead of this side, it will, this bond break this side, and we will get the new radical which will be at labeled carbon, which will be at labeled carbon at this carbon, which will be at labeled carbon. Okay. Right? Yes, which will be at this labeled carbon, and this labeled carbon then react with NBS, and there is a delivery of bromine at labeled carbon. So hope you understand this mechanism. So in this way, we can write the mechanism of any free radical oriented mechanism based reaction. Let us go for one more example. This is what it's very simple. NBS is a brominating agent which will brominate the substrate at what position? At this position. Benzylic position. It's a benzylic position. It is allylic position also, and you know the mechanism. It's very simple again. See, what do you say for this now? This is the example before you. There are two allylic positions on both the side of double bond. This is allylic position. This is also allylic position. Both. See, this is allylic position. This is also allylic position. Okay. There are two allylic positions. So where this bromination will take place? Here there was no competition. There was only one allylic position. But what do you say? Suppose both the places, both the sites will be substituted by or will be occupied by bromine. But which will be the major? First or second? Yes, what you will say?
Second.
Major will be
Second.
second. Why? How you can say that first carbon means if you see the two products, for example, two products, one bromine here and second case bromine is here. So which will be the major product? First will be major.
Second one. Sir, second होगा ना?
Why?
First.
Why second and why first now?
मुझे लगा वो क्योंकि फर्स्ट होगा क्योंकि बेंजीन रिंग अटैच है तो उसकी वजह से.
Free radical
See, the major product will be first one. The reason is very simple. This second, we know the idea. We know idea. Free radical stability. Secondary free radicals are more stable than primary free radical, and primary are less stable than secondary, like that. By using that idea, you see, this is the major. What is the reason? This is the primary radical, and here there is the secondary radical. This is the simple idea you can see. And remember, when there is a possibility of two types of radical, primary and secondary, so which will form in more amount? Secondary. Why it is stable, and therefore the product will be more. This is the reason. Very simple reason. Okay. One more reason is this is a benzylic, means this radical is stabilized by phenyl ring, and this side is stabilized by this allylic ring. Allylic means double bond. While this radical will be stabilized by only double bond. So hope all of you understand this. You got it, all of you? Yes. समझा तुम लोगों को कि why this is the major? Yes or no?